Hello, it is July 7th, 2026, and you know what? Better late than never for a July garden update. I had big plans for this one. I was going to get out my nicer camera and do like a fun, I had ideas, but it is 8:44. I start work in 16 minutes, and I'm just gonna, you know what? We're gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Let's start with our obligatory pan over the garden. Hey, she's looking so good right now. We've got a little bit of a mess, you know, we've got the normal garden things. Listen, I was trying to put a universal metal weed eater head on my weed eater so that I didn't have to change string all the time, and it was a fail. So, tips and tricks, please let me know in the comments. Okay, so let's start by walking through our beautiful archway. We have our grapes are just growing right up. 2 different grapes. What kind? I don't know. And we have some zinnias in here, and I just threw in some basil. And then here we have calendula. Beautiful. I need to deadhead these gorgeous green zinnias that I hope look better when they get a little bit bigger. I don't know. Maybe they're dead. I don't know. Wild blue indigo. I believe that's Shasta daisy. That's nothing. Rosemary. We have our Chinese what is it? Not red meat. Chinese, yeah, it is Chinese red meat radishes here. I don't know. I feel like these aren't doing anything. Let's pull one and see. Okay, I mean, it's something. Is that what they're supposed to look like? I feel like they're supposed to be more bulbous. Apple mint from my neighbor, and then hold on, friends. Look at this corn bed that people said would never happen. Look at her. And just so you can get some size comparison, I am 5'4", so that is over 6 feet. I am hella impressed with that. Dahlia update. We're gonna have flowers soon. Our tomatoes are really producing. It's wild. I just harvested a ton yesterday, and we have a ton that are coming up. Very, very proud of this. The string trellis situation was a big fail. I had string. You can still see it right here. Actually, this one's doing fine on the string. I don't know. The string trellis was a fail of a situation. We just needed something sturdier, so I ended up putting these stakes in here and tying it off with t-shirt yarn. I thought this was a sweet pepper, but it's looking more like a cayenne, and that's fine. And then we have our radishes in here that are starting to bolt. But look, like maybe, okay, that's something. It's little. Okay. Then we have our beet bed, which is looking gorgeous. I've gotten so many beets so far, and I just keep succession planting. The cucumbers on this side are not doing great, but you know what? Whatever. Then we have this gorgeous volunteer sunflower, and again, for reference, 5'4", I don't know, 8 feet tall? I'm not good at math. It's a new development. Somebody had left lima bean seeds in the free little greenhouse, and so I planted them here, and they're popping up, so that's nice. The cucumbers on this side of the cattle panel arch are killing it, absolutely killing it. Like, I've never, in all my years of gardening, have ever had this many cucumbers, or even like one, so this is amazing. These potatoes, I have several bags, let's see, like 4 bags of potatoes. I'm not quite sure if they're ready. I'm gonna wait until it dries up. We've had a ton of rain. We're actually supposed to have a ton of rain all week, so I'll wait until it gets all nice and dry before I harvest those. And then over here we have the cucumbers. And then a bunch of random stuff. I have beans. I've been trying to just plop in bean seeds to add nitrogen back to the soil. And then look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at this gorgeous golden beet. Beautiful. So leave you there for right now. I freaking love beets. Oh, here's another one that's ready. And then some oregano. I don't know if this is a good idea putting it here. Does it spread a lot? Probably. And then we have this bed. Marigold's doing great. And we've got some tiny bell peppers starting. We've got jalapenos. These shishitos are looking great. I've already harvested a batch of these and fried them up yesterday for lunch. This is where the giant volunteer potato was. So I dug it out and now there's like a cavernous hole. But I put in some tomato plants that a friend of mine gave me that were looking a little dead and mostly like this. And so just put them in here and let's see what happens. This is our, oh no, this is falling over. I need to help that out. I'll do that after this video. And we have some squashes in here. I've gotten a lot of questions about why there are pans of water in my beds. And here, let me show you a better view. This is where I have my verma composting. So I put my kitchen scraps. These are from the Dollar Tree, just these wire waste baskets. And I put my kitchen scraps and then I cover it to keep the critters out, and it just collects water, which is good for, you know, birds and such, I guess. We have our zucchinis and squashes, which are doing great. Summer squash. I haven't gotten a zucchini in a minute, but the summer squashes are absolutely killing it. That one's gonna be ready soon. And then we have a variety of different peppers in this bed, which used to be the pea bed, but then it just kind of shit the bed, so. We have, oh my gosh, we're gonna have to go back and look at that. Spaghetti squash, don't play with me. We love spaghetti squash. We have so many. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 up here? 7, 8, 9, 10. Incredible. And then on this side, we have butternut squash, which aren't as prolific as the spaghetti squash, but that's okay. We have 1, 2, 3, and I have some pruning to do. Oh, I need to move this. This is the watermelon. I guess I could just leave it and let it do its thing, but I've been trying to train the watermelons, which are right here, to go that way. And then right here we have cantaloupe, which look how adorable. We have 2 right there, 2 cantaloupes. Incredible. And then this is the only watermelon that we have so far, as far as I know. It's not as prolific as I was hoping, but you know what? It's fine. I've never grown them before. And then we have a variety of pumpkins. That is gorgeous, that bright orange. There's one over there. Let's see. I know there were a few over here. That beauty. And then this looks like just a regular jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. Gorgeous. Love it. There's something so special about growing your own pumpkins, even though like these varieties are not ones that you can eat, which normally I'd prefer to grow the ones that you can eat. Be able to set out in the fall pumpkins that you actually grew and use that as your fall decor. Fall decor. I don't decorate, but you know what I mean. Especially when you go to the store and you see like these giant bins of like $30 pumpkins. Not that much, I know, but, and you're like, I grew my own, so from seed. It's fine. I'm just so proud of that. So anyway, July garden. Here she is, folks, looking really good. I've harvested so many tomatoes already. There are so many more to be had. My big things right now are tomatoes, cucumbers, and yellow squash. And then we have a few shishitos and jalapenos and cayenne. So I think we're good. Yeah, so anyway, my next adventure is, I just emailed someone today about the Master Gardener program. That is my goal for 2026. I don't know when the next cohort is, but I'm very excited to get that ball rolling. So we're putting it out there, Master Gardener, by the end of 2026. I feel like somebody told me the exam for it is at the end of this year, maybe December. So that would be really good if I could make that happen. But anyway, happy growing. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in August. Or just subscribe to my channel. I post a lot of short form content, not so much long form, except for these monthly garden updates. But I'm gonna do more long form. Tell me what kind of stuff you'd like to see. Anyway, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.